Hi everyone. Lately, I've been feeling really busy, and honestly, it's showing because my reading journal is way behind. So, today I want to share with you how I keep my journals alive even when my life feels super chaotic. And I'm doing it while setting up a reading journal spread that I don't 100% love. So, yeah, this is one of those simple, quick, and very do what you can spreads. And that's the energy we're taking into this video. So, that takes me to my first point, which is you don't need fancy spreads. Let go of perfection when it comes to journaling. The reason I'm so behind with my reading journal spreads is because I love to try and make them perfect. Like, my reading journal spreads have to be so colorful and but simple is still meaningful, and the whole reason for journaling is more about how you feel, the things you've learned, the therapeutic benefits of it, and just having fun. So don't worry too much about the fussy things. A lot of people want to put their pen on paper, but they're so nervous about how it will turn out, how pretty it will look. I'm here to tell you that it literally does not matter. Your journal is yours at the end of the day, and your pages are for you, the you now and for the future you. So messy pages are still real pages. It's nice to see how things change over time. Some of your pages are going to be messy, some are going to be more done up, and that's okay. A pen, maybe some washi tape and a marker can go a long way and still makes journaling a fun and enlightening experience. Another point is journaling does not need to take you an hour. I mean, sometimes it does. Like when I'm in flow state and just using up my stickers, ephemera, doodling, it can take a while. But on days where you're super busy, it's okay to just take 3 to 5 minutes and make note of a few things. Maybe what you're grateful for, a highlight of today, your main intention for the day. Maybe you just want to write your to-do list, or a quick rant. Maybe somebody annoyed you today, and that's it. Just close your journal. Just write one line, and that's it. Your journal doesn't always have to be a full page of writing. Just a little something every day helps to keep your habit going, and you'll get all the benefits. What if you aren't in the mood to write anything at all today, or there's nothing on your mind? What you can do then is use prompts. You can use prompts such as what made today a good day, or what made today bad. You can even search online, check Pinterest for prompts such as what's one thing from your childhood you always wanted to do, or what's one thing that always makes you happy no matter what. You'd be surprised just how much one prompt can send you writing away, just lost in the art of prose. You might even end up writing poetry from that. Now, this takes me on to my fourth point, which is backlogging and having pre-decorated pages. So sometimes you'll end up with empty pages. Let's say you weren't in the mood to journal a lot yesterday and you only put one line, just like mentioned in the last prompt. But today, you're super motivated. You can always add more to what you wrote yesterday. So, especially if something special happened after you already wrote, then you can definitely go back. This is the day where you can paste some receipts or some tickets from last night, maybe. Things like that. And I usually make note of the fact that I'm backdating. So I'll say the date, and then I'll say I didn't get to write much about yesterday, but so and so and so happened, and made me feel this way, and this is a ticket from when we got in, things like that. This way you can keep track of all your memories, and it takes the pressure off. So if you decide to go back to that date 5 years down the line, then you'll remember, hey, I was tired on that day because we were having so much fun, or I was so busy, but this thing happened and I wrote about it the day after. That's completely okay. You don't have to force yourself to literally write in your journal every single day. And in those moments when you're super motivated, you can also pre-decorate your page for tomorrow. So let's say I'm really busy tomorrow and I have so much time today to journal, maybe I can paste some stickers on tomorrow's page or draw a border, or make note of my to-do list if I know what I'll have to do tomorrow anyway. And that really helps. Also, if you have a bullet journal, what helped me a lot when I had a bullet journal from scratch was setting up my spreads way in advance. So I would do my January spread and February spread, or I do March and April, so that at the end of March, I don't really have to worry about setting up my next month. What's after March? April. My April spread. Yeah, and this video is a perfect example because I read this book a while back, but I'm just setting up the reading journal spread. So I can have the memory of the book and I can keep all my thoughts and feelings about it in one place so that when I look back at my 2025 reading journal, I can see that I read this lovely book. Now, on to my final tip, which is habit stacking, which is something I learned from Atomic Habits, which is a really good book. If you haven't seen it, then, be sure to check that out. So, if you have trouble keeping up with your journaling habit, I would recommend that you attach it to something that you already do daily. So, for example, journal right after making your morning matcha, or write one line before bedtime, like right after skincare, or maybe at lunchtime you can do a check-in with yourself. And if you're on the road or you're at work, don't be afraid to use your notes app and then transfer the information to your journal when you get home. For me personally, I journal in the morning right after I'm finished doing yoga, and then I journal sometime before bed, after I'm all settled in and I can write about my day. If journaling is a part of your existing routine, then you won't need motivation. It will happen automatically. And, I don't have an issue keeping up with my daily journal because I already practice all these things with my daily journal. But for my reading journal, especially because I don't use it every single day, it's hard to incorporate it into my routine. And so it's always so behind. And, I'm hoping that for 2026, it's not that bad. I hope it works out next year. Here's a bonus tip. I wanted to do just 5, but I like to add bonuses sometimes. So here goes. Weekly or monthly check-ins. There's always something to write about at the start of the week or at the end of the week or the end of the month or at the start of the month. So let's say on January 1st, you write about your intentions for the month, what goals you want to accomplish this month. Maybe at the end of February, you write about what challenges you faced during that month, what you're gonna change, things like that. So, or you can do mid-month, maybe middle of the month, you make note of what's happening, how far you are on your goals, and that keeps you more accountable. That just also keeps you always thinking about what you need to do, your goals. Are you consciously working towards accomplishing all the things you want and just building your dreams? So yeah, that's the bonus tip. So I hope this video encouraged you to journal today, even just a little, or I hope it encouraged you to start journaling next year if you haven't already jumped on the journaling habit. It's really lovely, and I would recommend journaling to everyone. I've been journaling for years, and it's just been a part of my life that it's really important. It's just always there, always helps me. So thanks for being here. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, like the video, leave comments, because I really want to talk to everybody in the comments. Nobody really talks to me on here, and I want to build a community that's just about journaling and just loving journaling and loving art, loving creativity. I want to get in touch with everyone out there who's like that. So please don't be afraid to leave comments below. Remember, you can always come back to this for some journaling motivation. and let me know what kind of content you'd like to see in the future. See you next time.